Rabbit Hole Roundup, episode 69. Joey Swoll is making a difference. So guys, in today's edition of the Rabbit Hole Roundup, I want to share a super powerful story and super positive news, as of course is often the goal with this channel. So I saw this incredible story on social media the other day, where Joey Swoll, who has a big platform, helped a kid out who was getting bullied at his gym and made a tremendous difference in his life. It was an incredibly heartwarming story. And this is of course a reminder of hope that there are good people out there who are doing good acts of kindness even though we may not always see them. It's all out there though, as far as I see, you just have to choose what stories you're actually focusing on. I also have a clip talking about how Zac Effron got so shredded. I'm going to analyze whether or not I believe he did it the right way and the healthy way, and whether or not these are habits you should be incorporating yourself.
Where are you from, One Direction?
Iowa?
Iowa.
You heard of it?
Yeah, I know what it is.
I have an Alex Hormozi clip talking about how so often the people who get the most support and the most people rooting for them are the ones who don't actually need it. And this is why I believe so strongly in supporting small businesses, supporting small content creators, and helping out the little guy who's doing really good work, like how it is with my own case, I believe. And that's also why it's so important to also be your own biggest fan. I have a really good LL Cool J clip that talks about how and why we should be learning from everyone, not just the most successful people, or not just the most famous people. And to close things up in this episode, I have an NBA conspiracy coming from John Salley that claims that all footage before 1974 was deleted or erased.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So without further ado, let's dive deeper now. Rabbit hole time, let's go.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared Weiss. If you guys didn't know that, must mean not subscribe to the channel, so you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts on this video. Follow me on every platform, and if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to check out my book, Fight Through by Jared Weiss. All links printed on my website, which is jaredryanweiss.com. That's JAREDRYANWEASS.com. Buy the book, and also make sure to check out all the shirts I have, because I think I have some really cool stuff that I work super hard on. So help out the little guy, help me grow, because any support at all is very much appreciated. So let's dive deeper now. So I'm going to be starting with an amazing and super heartwarming post I saw on social media the other day, coming from Joey Swoll. So a huge part of what I hope to do on this channel in particular is to highlight people doing good in the world and share good news that gives people hope. Everyone else out there, or at least so many other people out there, just want to highlight all the drama and whatever's going to get the most clicks, the most reactions.
Sharks are coming to get me!
But my goal, as I hope you know by now, is to focus more on the message and making a positive impact, regardless of whether it's super popular or not. So anyways, I recently came across one of Joey's posts talking about a kid who got bullied by a gym goer. So I'm actually going to read the post now. So the caption says, "A few weeks ago, I was sent a very upsetting video by the father of a 14-year-old boy being filmed in the locker room at LA Fitness. As a result, the boy was bullied and tormented online as well as in school. I promised the father I would make things right. I, along with my lawyer, had the video removed, the man who filmed him banned from the gym, and today I spent the day with him and his entire family at the Cubs game in San Diego. John is an incredible young man, and what he went through no one should ever have to endure, especially a child. I'm so happy and beyond grateful I was able to put a smile on John's face. Thank you to everyone that supported him and joined me in having this young man's back. Also, thank you to John's mom and dad for letting me help their son and bringing me into their family. I look forward to spending more time with these amazing people." Amazing post. And so Joey has a big platform, and while you don't need a big platform in order to make a difference, he was able to use this big platform for good. He got in touch with the kid's father and took the kid to a baseball game, which I'm sure probably made that kid's day and year. And it's of course so heartwarming to see this. Not everyone has it so easy, kids and adults alike, and I also know from my own life that sometimes the nicest people are that way because we felt pain that we don't want others to have to feel. So if you have a chance to make someone smile or compliment them, do it. Because to be honest, you never know how much of an imprint you can have on that person's life, and you also never really know what anyone's going through deep down, and who could really use that. Now this amazing post also leads me into another topic I want to talk about, which is don't confuse this idea of waking up with seeing everything in the world as evil. Are there a lot of bad things and bad people in our world? Yes, of course. But are there also a ton of great people and great things going on and people doing acts of kindness that we might not always see? Of course too. So it's important to be understanding and seeing and mindful of the whole picture, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Clint Eastwood!
But I also believe that we have the power to focus on and concentrate more on and give extra energy and attention to all the good things going on. To all the love in the world and seeing everything that's beautiful still. And you can almost always take a bad situation and turn it into something good. It's like when it came to the whole Joey Swoll post like that I just referenced. A kid was getting bullied by a gym goer, and of course it's like super negative story. But rather than like just drawing attention to the bad side of it, and the bad that's happening in our world, Joey took action and decided like he was going to make that kid happy, he was going to make his day, and he was going to turn that situation around.
You're a good person.
I see way too many people out there who confuse the idea of waking up with being negative and hating our world and hating everything in it. But I'm just like, boy, wouldn't that be a psyop to convince people that the more miserable they are, the more awake they are too? And that's why so much of my goal is to find the good stories, and to try to be a good story, and try to be a positive role model myself. And so many people can look up to, hopefully, to give them hope and to remind them like there is good in the world, and there are genuine good people who are still left out there too. Next, I want to get into Zac Effron and how we got shredded, so let's watch together.
I just don't eat heavy amounts of protein just because it's healthy and all that.
But how do you stay jacked?
Okay, so like you have 12 hours that you should not eat throughout the day. Like during your nighttime sleep cycle. Say you have your dinner and your dinner ends at 7 p.m. You should not have anything in your body except water through the night until. But then on Sunday or Saturday or something, you got to do a full day. On that, but then after that, you've got to do like a full day.
A full day of fasting.
A full day of fasting on like 1 day a week or once every 2 weeks.
Oh, I missed that part.
But
I missed that part because
yeah.
what I would do is I'd fast, and then on the 8 hours I could eat, I'd go to Pound Town.
Yeah, so
I'd eat everything.
Yeah, see, but so don't go. Yeah, don't do that.
I had like 6,000 calories in like 6 hours.
No,
I gotta
and
get
also
it in.
on your
Yeah.
and on your and on your cheat days,
I'm gonna make it through the long night.
if you guys can make more of your meals inside the unit health, like you say you guys get Thai food like every night. If you can make that, start with something simple. If you can make one of your meals a day a salad. Always one a day, or one.
You don't
every
make
other
friends
day.
with salads. Zach.
I know, dude. I hate them too,
God
dude.
damn it.
It's disgusting. Who likes veg? Dude, who likes them?
No one.
Then you know what?
You're
no.
plant-based
I don't, dude. I honestly, I don't even like the taste. It's an acquired taste. Do you think that like
you gotta stay ripped?
Yeah. Do you think beer tastes good?
Yeah.
I think
love beer.
I love it now, but it was an acquired taste.
Right.
Now I love a lot of things, but you have to try things for a little while.
So this has been like another thing like I've enjoyed doing more recently on this channel, which is looking at people's diets and their health habits and seeing what resonates with me, and to talk about like what maybe I've tried out for myself and what I agree or disagree with. So of course, as we just heard, it talks about fasting and even taking a full day fast once a week. Now I'm a big believer in the benefits of fasting and giving your body and your whole digestive system a break, as well as promoting autophagy, and this also helps to cleanse out the gut too. Especially because so much of looking shredded is just simply about gut health. And that's also why a lot of super big power lifters, or just like super big guys in general,
I've been working out. I'm huge.
while these people might be super strong, many of them don't have a six-pack, and it's because these guys are constantly eating and constantly downing large quantities of food. Now I don't necessarily fully agree when Zach says not to eat large amounts of protein. However, he's correct in saying how our body can't digest massive amounts of protein at one time, which is why oftentimes whenever we do too much in one sitting, it often just like sits there and feels like a lump. So as with any other eating advice like I like to give, listen to your own body. Don't just be eating 5 steaks just because it works for this person, but also remember that like various different diets can get people shredded, because of course there are a lot of other variables out there. But also, having said that, you also want to be malnourished by only having vegetables and by starving your body of protein, of which it needs in order to recover and build muscle. Now also another important point like he addressed was how if you're going to do like intermittent fasting, you also want to be eating 6,000 calories right after that as a way of breaking your fast.
You look like you put on 10 pounds.
So like as great as fasting is, you also have to be eating healthy around that. Now next up, I also want to share a clip coming from Alex Hormozi, which talks about how most people support the people who don't actually need it.
People only root for people who don't need it. Like the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
So first off, this is so true. I mean, how many people out there are more inclined to be the 1,012th like on someone's post whom they've never met before, as opposed to the 3rd or 4th like on one of their friends' posts or video who's trying really hard and putting out genuinely good work too, that just hasn't been receiving the same level of recognition. And it's like, trust me, being someone who does have to grind for every like, or every follower, or every view, it can be discouraging at times. As much as I tell myself, don't worry about it, it's all going to come together when the time is right, and just focus on doing good work, putting out a good positive message, and making an impact no matter how many people it reaches.
True words have never been spoken.
It's like, I'm also going to appreciate that 4th person liking my post way more than that celebrity who you've never met, who you don't even know is going to appreciate you being like number 2 million, and who knows, chances are someone else actually made that post for them, so they may not even see you like their post. So I'm not saying like you can't also be liking your favorite influencers and musicians or movie stars or celebrities' posts, but try your best to support the little guy too. Support the small business like my own, or the slowly growing content creator. Once again, I know from my own experience that like seeing that one extra like or one really nice comment could be just the encouragement like I need to keep going. So don't discount the impact that you can make and that you can have on someone's mental health and on their journey just by simply liking their post or giving them some encouragement. And just to be clear, I'm not saying like we should be relying on external validation or this need for likes or followers to be happy, but having some support on our journeys can mean a whole lot. And above all that, another great point like he made was how you have to be your own biggest fan too. Because for a while, as it says, it's just going to be that single clap in the auditorium, so make sure that you're on your own side too. Buy your own products, like your own posts, because if you don't like and support you, how are you ever going to convince someone else to? Next up, we have an LL Cool J clip talking about why it's so important to be learning from everyone, and not just like the most famous or the most successful people.
Pay attention to people in front of me and behind me. You can learn something from anybody. If a homeless dude tell you don't do push-ups in traffic, you should probably listen. Not say, oh, he's homeless, so I'm not listening to that. What does he know? People have a tendency to only want to listen to people if they think they're successful. That's a mistake.
Right. You can learn something from anyone.
Yes, you can. You just got to know what to listen to.
So, very well said, and it's something like I'm often talking about too, especially on this channel, because the whole idea for the Rabbit Hole Roundup initially started out in my life as a quest for truth-seeking and finding all the areas like we've been lied to in the world.
You can't handle the truth!
Now, of course, I did try to do this in the most empowering way and the most positive way, as a way of uncovering our power, and I fully believe like I definitely did accomplish this. But as I've spoken about more recently, I've also evolved this concept. So now I think it's important to learn from everyone, no matter who it is, no matter what level they're on. So like while I was initially looking for who's control opposition, or being like, oh, this person is a celebrity, or this person is from Hollywood. So like automatically anything like this person says is going to be promoting a demonic agenda. But I've since realized like this is simply not true. We can and should try our best to be learning from everyone. The key, as LL Cool J says, is to know what you're looking for, or in other words, to use discernment. So whether it's a homeless guy or a Hollywood actor, or even just like someone with good intentions, be able to trust yourself to know when this person's giving you good advice versus when it might be promoting a bad agenda.
You would be wise to keep your distance from him.
And also you can learn from the mistakes of others as well. This is why I listen to a bunch of different types of content, as well as read various types of books, because everyone has something to offer. And if you're able to bring in your own wisdom and your own discernment, but like remain open to learning, all these people online and who have books, or even like the people you meet in the real world and life, can and will be amazing teachers for you. You just have to be a willing student. So now to finish things off, there was an interesting sports conspiracy I came across, where John Salley, former Pistons basketball player, was saying how the NBA banned all footage from before 1974.
Another kid had told me the best player he's ever seen was Kobe Bryant. I said, how old are you? He said, 16. You're right. The best player, this other guy said, the best center is Joker. He's 24. You were right. You're 100% right, because you haven't seen or experienced. The NBA decided they were not going to show any video from 1974 down, or 1978, 1974 down. I keep sending this kid pictures of Wilt Chamberlain constantly. Wilt Chamberlain ran a 4.5 40, right? 7.2. Wait, OG. Wait a fucking minute. He ran a what, 40? 4.540. Okay, it's proof. So he
Has that been documented?
Yeah, he was tracked.
That's like NFL's.
He was high
That's
jump
like DK Metcalf. Like
he was high jump track. He was high jump track.
Yeah,
4.5.
4.5 and 7.3. So imagine he can run this fast, jump, high jump, shot put. Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about he's the strongest man he's ever seen in his life.
For real.
Yeah.
And that makes sense why he 1,000 women.
Yeah. 20,000.
20,000.
This is also, of course, one major reason why it's almost impossible to reach a conclusion when it comes to any GOAT debate in sports. Now, as I've spoken about in depth in the past, I believe the game is always evolving, as are the training regimens, diets, wisdom, all that and whatnot. So to me, it makes sense over time, players are going to get bigger, faster, stronger, more skilled, more athletic as time goes on, which is why I think that the last player on the bench in today's NBA could likely put up 20 a game if you were playing in the 70s or 60s. But of course, you're always going to be biased based on the generation you grew up in, because that's going to be what you watch the most of and how you formed your own opinions. Now, having said that, there are also exceptions to this rule, because if Wilt Chamberlain is this freak athlete that everyone claimed he was, he may have been a generational outlier, who did have the skill and talent and athleticism to dominate in any generation he played in. But there's also so little footage of him ever playing that, hey, we'll never know. Which also leads me into the conspiracy that I've heard several times over the years, which is, did Wilt Chamberlain ever actually score 100 points in the game? And if so, why is there no footage? And I have no clue why, but of course, if he was actually this freak of nature, he probably did do it, but just some food for thought. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed all the topics I spoke about in this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to drop a like, leave a comment. I will catch you guys next time. Check out the book. Check out the shirts on my website. I will catch you next time. Stay positive, stay hustling, stay grinding. Find the good in the world. Peace.